We're conditioned to spot threats in loud, obvious forms, shouting rivals, open challenges, visible storms. But the most dangerous enemies don't announce themselves. They come with smiles, praise, and constant agreement. Direct opposition triggers our defenses, but subtle influence slips past unnoticed. History is full of rulers undone not by open enemies, but by flattering advisors who isolated them from reality. The real threat is the person who never disagrees, who builds a wall of mirrors around you until you see only your own reflection. True power comes from recognizing that constant agreement is more dangerous than open conflict. Value those who challenge you. They offer perspective and treat you as an equal. Beware those who only praise. They see you as a tool for their own gain. Don't be lulled by the comfort of admiration. It's often the first step toward manipulation. Train yourself to question perfect accord and seek out honest dissent. The greatest danger is not the enemy at the gate, but the friend who never says no. Listen for the silence of unwavering agreement. It's often the loudest warning. Picture leading a project. You present your plan, and everyone nods in agreement. No questions, no critiques. It feels good, but it's a trap. A team that never disagrees is either afraid or waiting for you to fail. In life, true friends and partners challenge you. The ones who always agree are spectators, not allies. Constant validation keeps you stuck in bad habits, eroding your judgment. In relationships, a partner who never disagrees is building a fantasy, not intimacy. When crisis hits, you'll realize you're alone with a stranger, not a true partner. The yes man undermines your authority, teaching you to stop seeking new perspectives. Over time, you become intellectually lazy, believing your first thought is always best. When failure comes, the yes man disappears, leaving you to face the fallout. The person who always says yes is ultimately sabotaging your growth and stability. Seek those who challenge you. They're the ones invested in your success. Disagreement is a sign of loyalty, not opposition. Beware the comfort of constant yes. It's the path to ruin. Flattery is ancient social manipulation, a mask for those lacking courage or power. The flatterer studies your insecurities and desires, crafting praise to lower your defenses. Their words are calculated, not genuine, designed to make you dependent on their approval. Ambition is a common motive. In the workplace, flattery buys influence and advancement, not earned by merit. Some flatterers are driven by fear, using agreement as a shield to avoid conflict or rejection. These chameleons never provide honest feedback, stunting growth for everyone around them. The most dangerous motive is sabotage. Rivals use flattery to push you toward reckless decisions, then step in when you fail. They'll feign surprise at your downfall, but secretly celebrate your collapse. Flattery is a tool for personal gain, not your benefit. The true manipulator helps you build your own downfall, all while smiling. Recognize the difference between genuine support and strategic praise. Trust actions over words. Motives are revealed by behavior, not compliments. Don't let flattery blind you to hidden agendas. Our craving for validation is hardwired. Praise triggers a chemical reward in our brains. Flatterers exploit this, offering easy approval instead of uncomfortable truths. Flattery tells us we're perfect, seducing us into avoiding self-examination. Confirmation bias makes us accept praise that fits our self-image, ignoring criticism. We accept flattery as truth because it feels good, not because it's accurate. Accepting praise creates a subtle bond. We feel obligated to like and trust the flatterer. This is reciprocity in action. Their compliments are investments, not gifts. Every compliment builds a bank of goodwill they'll cash in later. We think we're receiving a gift, but we're entering a contract that serves them. The manipulator's praise is never free. It's a calculated move. Recognize the emotional pull of flattery and question its purpose. Constant praise is a gilded cage, cutting you off from reality. Surrounded by yes men, you lose the ability to judge your own work. your judgment weakens, and you become dependent on approval for confidence. The flatterer gains power, guiding your actions by granting or withholding praise. You think you're in control, but you're a puppet to those who feed your ego. Honest voices drift away, leaving only manipulators and the fearful. Isolation is the manipulator's goal. Once you're alone, you're easy to control. The comfort of flattery is a prison, shielding you from growth and achievement. True strength comes from facing criticism and adapting to reality. In the end, the flattered become brittle and alone, unprepared for real crisis. Don't mistake the cage of praise for a castle. Seek honest feedback to stay strong. For leaders, flattery is especially dangerous. Decisions depend on honest information. Sycophants filter reality, creating an echo chamber of false optimism. Leaders surrounded by yes men make disastrous choices, blind to real risks. Organizations suffer. Talent leaves, innovation dies, and resentment grows. The leader, isolated in a court of mirrors, sees only smiles while the foundation rots. Sycophants have no loyalty. They abandon ship at the first sign of trouble. The leader is left alone, facing the consequences of bad decisions encouraged by flattery. Flattery poisons culture, replacing merit with politics. True leadership demands honest feedback, not empty praise. The greatest threat to a leader's legacy is the sycophant's smile. Build a team of truth-tellers, not flatterers, to safeguard your authority. Protect yourself by acknowledging your vulnerability to praise. When you receive a compliment, pause and analyze. Is it specific or just flattery? What might this person want? Surround yourself with honest critics. Seek out those who challenge your ideas. Value the colleague who plays devil's advocate and the friend who tells hard truths. Judge people by actions, not words. Loyalty is proven through deeds, not compliments. Trust is earned by consistent effort, not flattery. Encourage respectful disagreement. It's a sign of a healthy team. When someone disagrees, see it as respect, not an attack. Reward constructive challenges to your assumptions. Make it safe for others to speak honestly. This ensures a flow of real information. Transform your circle from a court of mirrors to a council of war. True power comes from clarity, not comfort. Defend yourself with critical thinking and a culture of honest debate. Picture this. You're at work or out with a friend, and suddenly they lean in, voice dropping to a whisper. Can I tell you something? Instantly, you feel chosen, special, part of an inner circle. But this moment is a trap. The secret is rarely about the person telling it. It's about someone else's private life, handed to you like forbidden fruit. There's a thrill, but also a pang of discomfort. Deep down, you know this story isn't yours to hear. You become an accomplice just by listening. Now you carry the burden. Do you keep it, or pass it on for your own moment of power? This is the dark magic of gossip. It turns listeners into broadcasters, spreading whispers faster than any good news. The person being gossiped about is reduced to a single story, stripped of their complexity. And your view of the gossiper changes too. You might feel closer to them, but a seed of doubt is planted. If they share someone else's secret so easily, what do they say about you when you're not around? Gossip offers a fleeting sense of inclusion, but at the cost of trust and respect. It's a game where the only prize is temporary belonging, at someone else's expense. The rush fades, but the consequences linger. In that moment, you're not just a listener, you're part of the chain. Trust is built on respect and reliability, not on the exchange of secrets. When a gossiper shares someone else's private story, they're proving they can't be trusted. It's like a locksmith bragging about the locks they've picked. Impressive, but unsettling. The phrase, "I'm only telling you this because I trust you," really means I'm betraying someone else's trust for a quick connection. This isn't real intimacy. It's a shortcut that undermines genuine bonds. With a chronic gossiper, you're always left wondering what they'll say about you next. True trust is knowing your secrets are safe, not being the recipient of someone else's. Loyalty is shown through discretion, not by trading in other people's vulnerabilities. The gossiper's confidence is counterfeit, leaving everyone exposed and insecure. Not all information sharing is gossip. The difference? Intent. Helpful sharing aims to support or solve problems, like letting you know a coworker's having a tough week so you can be patient. It's about empathy and solutions, not judgment. Gossip, on the other hand, twists facts to diminish others and entertain. Can you believe Sarah's car broke down? She's always got drama. That's gossip. The goal isn't to help, but to elevate the gossiper by putting someone else down. Ask yourself, is this my business? Is sharing this helpful? Is the teller seeking a solution or just an audience? If it's for shock value or to take sides, it's gossip. Helpful information builds community. Gossip poisons it. It's the difference between a warning sign and a rumor meant to cause a crash. One empowers, the other isolates. Choose your words and your audience wisely. Gossip adapts to any environment, dating, friendships, the workplace, and corrodes trust everywhere. In dating, someone who shares their ex's secrets is showing you how they'll treat yours. In friendships, gossip creates triangles of distrust, turning safe spaces into political minefields. You start to wonder what's being said about you when you're not around. In the workplace, gossip destroys morale and teamwork, replacing collaboration with suspicion. People stop sharing ideas, fearing they'll become the next headline. Office gossip isn't just annoying, it's a direct threat to success. No matter the setting, the mechanism is the same. Betrayal of trust for personal gain. The cost? Broken relationships and toxic environments. Gossip is rarely about the subject, it's about the gossiper's need for significance. They use secrets as currency, feeling powerful by knowing and sharing what others don't. Instead of building their own achievements, they hijack others' stories for attention. Good news doesn't give them the same rush. Negativity makes them feel superior. By sharing secrets, they create artificial bonds and dependencies. We know something others don't. This divide and conquer tactic isolates people and boosts the gossiper's fragile sense of relevance. But it's a hollow power, borrowed, fleeting, and never respected. Once the story is out, their importance fades, and the cycle starts again. Real influence comes from integrity, not from peddling rumors. People may listen for entertainment, but they'll never truly trust or admire a gossiper. Their quest for importance ensures they're always on the outside, looking in. True leaders, whether CEOs or trusted friends, don't waste time on gossip. Their focus is on building, not tearing down. They talk about ideas, solutions, and the future, not other people's mistakes. Gossip signals weak character and instantly erodes credibility. Respect is earned through fairness, consistency, and discretion. Leaders protect their reputation by rising above petty whispers. When faced with sensitive information, they ask, "How can we help?" Not, "Who can I tell?" They create cultures of trust and psychological safety. Builders don't use rotten wood, and real leaders don't play dirty. So what do you do when the whisperer leans in with a story that isn't theirs? You have the power to stop gossip before it spreads. Protecting your integrity is as simple as a polite refusal. "I'd rather not. If it's not my business, I don't need to know." Or, "I'm focusing on positive things lately, so I'm steering clear of these conversations." Redirect the topic. Let's focus on what we can control. How's your project going? This denies the gossiper their audience and shifts the conversation to something productive. Over time, become known as a gossip black hole, where rumors go to die. People will stop bringing you toxic tales and start trusting you with what matters. Your reputation for discretion becomes your superpower. In a world full of whispers, be the fortress of silence and integrity. You'll build real trust, real respect, and real relationships. The best defense against gossip: refuse to play the game. Let your silence speak louder than any rumor ever could. Picture a fierce storm rolling across the countryside, dark clouds swirling and thunder rumbling in the distance. The wind howls, bending the grass and rattling the windows of every farmhouse in its path. On a barn roof, a weather vane spins wildly, shifting with every gust. It twists and turns, never settling, always at the mercy of the wind's unpredictable force. It's a perfect servant to the wind, always moving, never anchored. No matter which way the wind blows, the weather vane follows, never resisting, never choosing its own path. Useful for a moment, but you'd never tie your horse to it. It can't offer stability or support, only a fleeting sense of direction that changes in an instant. Now, look to the nearby oak tree, standing tall and proud in the open field, its branches reaching wide. The storm rages, but the oak stands firm. Its leaves may tremble, its branches may sway, but its core remains unshaken. Its deep roots hold it steady, anchoring it to the earth through every season, every storm, and every challenge. Its trunk resists the wind's fury, absorbing the force and refusing to yield. The oak's strength is not just in its size, but in its resilience. The oak may bend, but it never breaks. It adapts, but it does not lose itself, no matter how fierce the storm. It shelters creatures at its base, offering protection and comfort to those in need, even when the world outside is chaotic. It's a landmark, unchanged, reliable, enduring. People look to it for guidance, for reassurance, for a sense of place. The weather vane and the oak tree are powerful metaphors for people. Each represents a different way of facing life's storms. Some are like the weather vane, quick to shift with the social winds, eager to please, but lacking their own direction. They change their minds and values to fit in, never truly standing for anything. Others are like the oak, anchored by core values, willing to bend but never losing their essence. They remain true to themselves, even when it's difficult. The oak's strength is its consistency. Through every season it stands tall, a symbol of reliability and inner strength. It stands for something, even if it stands alone. Its presence inspires others to find their own strength. These are the people you can count on, especially when life gets tough. Their reliability builds trust. They become a source of comfort and hope for those around them. In a world full of weather vanes, be the oak tree. Choose to be steady, to be grounded, to be someone others can rely on. Stand firm in your values, and you'll become a shelter for others. Your strength will inspire and protect those who need it most. The storm will pass, but the oak remains. Its roots grow deeper with every challenge, and its branches reach higher toward the light. Which will you be? The one who spins, or the one who stands? The answer shapes your character and your legacy. The choice shapes not just your life, but the lives of those around you. Choose to be the oak, and you'll make a lasting difference. In human terms, the weather vane is the social chameleon. They blend in anywhere: artists, athletes, executives, mirroring opinions and interests to fit in. It's more than politeness. It's a total transformation to match the group. This looks like adaptability, but it's really a hollow core. The chameleon's goal isn't connection, it's acceptance at any cost. Ask them what they truly believe, and you'll get silence or confusion. Their loyalty is to popularity, not principle. Their support is temporary, their promises fleeting. They offer the illusion of connection, but never true commitment. Why do we fall for the chameleon's charm? Because we crave validation. When someone agrees with us, it feels good, affirming, comforting. The chameleon is a master at making us feel seen and right. Especially in youth, their easy friendship is tempting. No conflict, just agreement. But we mistake agreeableness for loyalty. When real challenges arise, the chameleon disappears, aligning with whoever holds power. Their support was never about you. It was about avoiding discomfort. True loyalty is tested in adversity, not in easy times. The chameleon's charm fades when you need real support. Don't confuse pleasantness with true commitment. Relationships are built on trust, and trust comes from consistency. The chameleon can't provide this. They shift with every new influence. Building with them is like constructing on quicksand. Collapse is inevitable. In business, a partner who changes direction with every conversation destroys confidence and dooms the venture. In life, a friend who says one thing in private and another in public is a liability. A partner who molds their values to yours may seem perfect until someone else comes along. Their commitment is to fitting in, not to you. That's why these relationships often end in confusion and betrayal. The person you thought you knew was just a reflection. True connection requires a solid, unchanging core. Words are easy. Actions reveal true character. It's simple to say the right thing, but it's what we do that truly defines us. In a world full of promises and declarations, it's the quiet, consistent actions that speak volumes about who we really are. The chameleon says what you want to hear, but their actions rarely match. They blend in, adapting their words to fit the moment, but when it comes time to act, their true colors show. Real integrity shows up in hard moments, when it's inconvenient, risky, or no one is watching. It's easy to do the right thing when it's celebrated, but true character is revealed when it's difficult or unpopular. Does your friend defend you when you're not around? Do they stand up for you, even when it's uncomfortable or costs them something? Does your partner stand by you when it's tough? Are they present when life gets messy, or only when things are easy? These are the tests that separate oak trees from weather vanes. The oak stands firm, while the weather vane spins with every passing breeze. Words are marketing. Actions are the real product. Promises are easy to make, but only actions deliver results. Watch how people behave under stress, how they treat those with nothing to offer. True kindness and loyalty are revealed in these moments, not in comfort or convenience. Look for consistency between values and actions. The people who live their principles, even when it's hard, are the ones you can truly rely on. Trust is earned through honorable choices, not empty promises. It's built slowly, through a pattern of reliability and respect. Give new people the benefit of the doubt, but reserve full trust for those who prove themselves over time, through their actions and not just their words. Over time, true character always reveals itself. Patterns emerge, and the truth becomes impossible to hide. The oak tree's integrity is visible in every storm. It stands tall, unwavering, no matter how fierce the winds. The chameleon's inconsistency is exposed when it matters most. In the end, it's not what people say, but what they do, that tells you who they really are. The people around you shape your life. Choose wisely. You don't need a crowd. You need a strong, reliable circle. Seek out oak trees, people who challenge you, who stand firm in their values. True friends disagree respectfully and help you grow. The chameleon avoids conflict. The oak tree embraces it for your benefit. Look for people with passions and principles of their own. Their identity isn't defined by you. They bring new energy and ideas. Building this circle takes patience and discernment. Let go of superficial relationships. Seek substance. A circle of strong character becomes your anchor in life's storms. They celebrate your wins and help you rise from your failures. The most important relationship you'll ever have is with yourself. It's the foundation for every other connection in your life, shaping how you show up in the world and how you treat others. To attract oak trees, become one, define, and live by your values. Like the oak, stand tall and rooted, even when storms come your way. Know what you stand for, especially when it's unpopular. True strength is revealed when you hold firm to your beliefs, even if you stand alone. This inner compass brings peace and frees you from chasing approval. You'll find a quiet confidence that doesn't depend on the opinions of others. People are drawn to conviction, not flattery. Authenticity inspires respect and admiration far more than empty praise ever could. When you stand for something, you become a point of stability for others. Your presence reassures and uplifts those around you. Your word becomes your bond. Your actions match your beliefs. People know they can count on you because you live with integrity. This consistency builds trust and influence. Over time, your reliability becomes your reputation. Do the work. Define your values, live by them, and choose friends who do the same. Surround yourself with those who lift you higher. Build your life on integrity, not shifting opinions. Let your principles be the solid ground beneath your feet. The weather vane spins for a season. The oak tree stands for a century. Be the oak tree, steadfast, reliable, and true. Your future, and those who depend on you, will thank you for your unwavering strength and the example you set.